Hello, this is for the record, uh, 25th August 2017. My left arm is slightly swollen. There's a witch. I have to settle myself down against people. This witch is making my mind flip like a psychotic person flips, and even a neurotic person gets emotionally intense. This witch is uncontrollable. She's at it, she or he, and I'm in lots of pain right now, feeling dizzy slightly. So the thing is that if I do flip against the sheikhs, I know they will understand as they have until now, and I'm much grateful to them. So I'd like to say that I really appreciate their understanding of this, and their loss is that this witch has killed Sheikh Rashid bin Muhammad. So after a year or so, I'm coming out with this. I could not speak about it maybe. I could write about it, that this witch has harmed a sheikh, my sheikhs of UAE. This is what I feared, but I relied on God and I was praying, and it seems that my prayers, and my family's prayers and my friends' prayers have not been fully workable, heard by God, and He seems to be testing me a lot by getting my loved ones, my helpers, my supporters killed by this witch. She's doing sorcery. And even regarding the principal, someone told me that if I go to her, I will get this bad feeling, and I will not be able to sit with her. And I do flip. So I was telling this ex-friend my condition when I was in Karachi. So when she became friends with Ali Tim, I told her not to speak about Ali Tim and all that, because it plays on my mind and I'm mostly bedridden. Then the only way I can avoid this is sit on the internet. And when I get attacked, it's I wasn't jealous, I wasn't envious. In college, I even told myself that if someone else loves the principal and is fond of the principal, I'll back off. I'm not the kind of person who takes other people's lovers and beloveds. But this friend of mine, she was not taking my requests. She wasn't listening to me. She only listens to herself. And so I asked for some mercy, because I can't even listen to myself at times. The good side of myself doesn't seem to surface. So please have mercy and listen to the requests of others. It's really very shocking for me how low I fell and on what I was tormented. but it felt like I was tormenting myself. However, this energy is very, very clever, very cunning, and like really vulgar things were coming out of me because of this thing inside of me and on me. So I'm at the verge of nervous breakdown all the time, perpetually, and it's a volatile condition. And so, because this friend had interfered, uh, that made me really, really angry in a time when I was at my weakest and am kept at my weakest. So, all this thing about what she said to me regarding religion, um, I had to upload certain videos explaining my religion. I felt that this friend of mine was not an honest person, that she was using religion to confuse me like a Satan and drain my confidence. Otherwise, I would never have spoken about religion, the different schools of thought, and my thought on religion. I know very well that people are really how they are, really whatever they are, and some of them will not understand. But now it's gotten to the point where I'm pushed to say that Islam, I humbly submit myself to say that Islam is a mission of love and peace, what Imam Ali alayhi salam said. And so the majority of Muslims, I've never had any problems in Pakistan about this. No, but I've had, not directly, but I've seen that some of the other Muslims got angry at our Muslim, Shia Muslim majlises, and they wanted to come and burn the Imam Barga. And I remember how we all, I was small, I was little, younger, and how we all stayed there outside the Imam Barga to protect it. They threatened us, and of course I mentioned about the procession, a religious procession where stones were thrown because the people there at that time, perhaps, or another time also, maybe, but there was the stones were thrown, but I don't know which time it was when they went on the roof of their mosque throwing stones at our religious procession. Well, it doesn't make a difference to us, but right now I'm not in the condition. I'm in a ego-centric position. So anyone with any ego, I need to break their ego down, because if they come to me with their ego, I'm going to give my ego back. And the religious discussions are not about the ego. So once you come like that, we know that you have brought your ego in, because a truly religious person remains silent with their actions. They are a good example for the society, and it is better that we avoid this kind of uh, confrontations that lead to very bad consequences, disastrous consequences. So here I'm quoting Dr. Robert Schuller. I can't remember it's Robert A. Schuller or Dr. Robert Schuller, junior or senior, sorry. I've read many of his books, and in one of them I think he said that any thought that, even a seemingly innocent thought that we nurture due to self-pity can be disastrous in its consequences in relationships. So I guess we have to be really careful that we don't nurture these self-pitying thoughts. And so the Bible also says that do not let another person fall from grace. Do not rip them off their grace. If you push someone at a vulnerable time of theirs, it could be disastrous. So please be careful. And so again, I have to say that I had to speak about religion. Sometimes at the egoic level, I had to hit back. Otherwise, we Shia Muslims, as I believe, we're not allowed to hit back. Like I used to do is listen to the person and say nothing, and reflect in myself and and pray to God to guide me to the right path, the path of those whom He's blessed, not of those who have incurred His wrath and gone astray. Thus came one day Prophet Muhammad at the foot of my bed in plain clothes. He told me that he was Prophet Muhammad. This is how he said it: I am Prophet Muhammad, my daughter Fatima. And she appeared beside him, opposite me at the foot of my bed. And she told me, we cannot make you believe in us. There was no jabr, force. She didn't try to even convince or persuade me. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Hazrat Fatima Zahra salam Allah alaiha, they were both wearing beige color. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam didn't have his amama on. So Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam introduced his daughter just by saying that my daughter Fatima. And the question of belief came from her. She told me, not Prophet Muhammad. Hazrat Fatima Zahra told me, standing beside her father's side, she told me that we cannot make you believe. Inas was silent. So now no other power except for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can make me believe. And no one, I gathered from this dream that no one has the right to preach Islam, do missionary work with me, and about my religion no one can tell me otherwise, except that I take the hadiths, the life of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam from Hazrat Fatima Zahra's traditions, hadiths. And thank you very much, Ya Ali Madad. Nara Haidari, Ya Ali. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad.